And a pleasant good evening to you, ladies and gentlemen, from Goodrich Field, historic Goodrich Field, as tonight we get girls soccer action to complete our doubleheader as the Champlin Park Rebels are on the road to take on the Anoka Tornadoes. Both teams kind of struggling here towards the bottom of the Northwest Suburban Conference. Could get a win here tonight. They need it. We'll see if they can do it. I'm Tim Anderson, joined alongside my good pal, Jim Childs. Jim and I are simply just trying to understand all the nuances of our new intro. Spent a good 5 seconds there just kind of writing down notes. Jim, good to have you with us.
Yes. Well, hey, good time for both these teams to get a chance to get some momentum as we get back, into the later part of the season right now. And, section, moving up in the section standings is always important, and moving up in the conference is always important. Both these two bottom, they're both second to the last and third to the last, and a good chance for that. And scoring, they can get some scoring. Champlin Park's got 3 goals this year, and a chance for them to get some offense going.
Yeah, both teams right now, both coaches certainly trying to find some kind of positive momentum, right? Mm-hmm. Whether it's Lucas Camargo saying, "Hey, can we?" Try to just build with our young core. Actually, they got some seniors on this team, but they have a lot of young juniors as well. Can we find something with those guys? And on the other side, Alex Alvarez, also just looking to see if there's, just something they can do, something they can find to step forward and finish off this season strong as we head towards sections. As we said in the boys' game, Jim, we're not that far away from that.
No, we're not. There's some good, I talked about, Champlin Park. They've got, two, they're winless this year so far, but they've got a tie. They tied Andover last week, which was a big thing when you look at the grand scheme of things. Andover always top in the section, had been to state a couple of times in the last couple of years, and so they've got some of the momentum that they can kind of look at of, hey, listen, we can hang with some good teams.
Absolutely, and that'll be a fun one to watch. Both these teams tonight trying to, again, find some of that momentum. The lineups are just about ready to be introduced here in just a second. Just a little update for those of you who did not watch the first game. The Champlin Park boys got a win tonight over the Anoka Tornadoes 4-1. A nice win for that team. That gets their record overall above 500 for the season. That team's on the right path. So as the players are introduced, Caitlin Kringles, the goaltender tonight for Champlin Park.
Yeah, 732 save percentage. She's averages about 2.1 goals against. But recently has really stepped up.
One player there that just got introduced, keep your eye on her, is Olivia Mell, one of the captains of this team. And then Ainsley Krebsbach, a young freshman, another player to keep an eye on for this team as a forward, a freshman forward. Things you can get really excited about if you're Champlin Park.
Yeah, Mel has 2 out of the 3 goals scored so far for the Rebels this season. The other one is Shortridge, number 15.
Ava Madsen there being introduced. And a sophomore right there on D. So they're getting a lot of contributions from freshmen and sophomores in their starting lineup as you can see them being introduced.
Absolutely.
Zoe Kushnerik, one of the captain defenders on this team. You'll keep an eye on her tonight on the backside for this Champlin Park team. And as we mentioned, Alex Alvarez trying to, again, get that big win. And they do need some goals to make that happen. Yeah. It's hard to do that when you don't score.
Yeah, and if this will be, I think this is year 2 for Alvarez.
Junior Lucy Machulis will get the start in goalie tonight. We've seen Anoka Olsen many times here for this Tornadoes team. Paige Dishinger being introduced as a couple of these these veteran seniors like Avery Danner, Samantha Davis, Kendra McKay. Keep your eye on them tonight for the Tornadoes.
Well, last year the Tornadoes actually broke a streak. It was the Champlin Park Rebels had a 3-game win streak against the Tornadoes. Tornadoes won last year 1-0, 1-0. Sorry, got to get in my
Got
soccer.
to get that
my
soccer
soccer
stuff in there.
yep.
You got to get better at those things for sure. There's a test coming later, Jim Childs.
Okay, well I better. I'll give the teacher my red pen because I'm sure you're going to.
I don't even use that. That's always it's an outdated concept, I tell you.
Well, us old people remember the.
I'm old enough to remember it. Believe me, Jim. I mean, we're not that far away from it. I'm just saying I don't use it anymore. One thing that I did notice about this team, just knowing some of the girls on this Anoka team, is I do think there's that. They had some really vocal, strong personalities on this team the last handful of years when you think of like a Veronica Moran, some of those players. And you wonder if they're kind of still trying to figure out who that vocal leader is going to be. Who's that person that's going to just sort of command the room when they need it? I'm always interested when that happens, when those big personality veteran players graduate, who ascends to that position.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Moran was outstanding. Her presence on the field, you saw it. You could feel it when she was on the field.
Yeah, same with Youngquist when she was there. Lauren Youngquist was the same way for sure.
And so you're right. For both teams, really that identity of who is that leader and who is the person. We saw it in the first Sano. Anoka knew that he was the guy. And Sano for the Rebels was able to still score 2 goals. That's the presence I know that the Tornadoes are looking for.
No question about it. We're going to see lineups have been introduced. 40 minutes is on the clock. We're ready to get playing. Anoka playing in the broadcaster unfriendly maroon pinstripe with the black lettering and white lines. We'll see if we can make that out. It looks good on camera right here.
Yes, it does.
But up here in the press box, a little bit of a challenge. Champlin Park in the whites with the navy. And we'll get our clock updated here on the scoreboard on the bubble up there. Shout out to our guy Malik running the truck here tonight for this game.
We can anything that
You like how we just
happen,
put him? We put him right on blast, like before we even got the ball in the air. That's so smart on our part.
Yep. I'll just say, hey, that was Malik.
Well, welcome.
Good or bad?
Hey, here we are. It's it. This is the test. This pass fail right here.
And Ryan is on the back line, making sure everything's done right. So.
Well, he's certainly enjoying a pizza right now. I enjoyed a slice of his pizza between games. My goodness.
Yep,
I'm telling you, pineapple on pizza. It's a thing, guys. You got to enjoy it. It's a beautiful thing.
Well, it is a thing, but I don't know if it's a good thing. So.
Whoa! Now we might have to talk about that as the game goes along. Pineapple is a good thing. I like a good pineapple on a pizza.
Bill Belichick the other day was on, and he said, hey, listen, I was talking to Tom Brady, young in the start of his career, and he made a bad play. He said, Coach, I was just trying to make a play, and he said, well, how about you make a good play? Kind of like, how about you have a good pizza?
I thought that Belichick was going to give pizza advice, and I'm like, listen, just because you win Super Bowls, that doesn't make you an expert on everything.
Well, he seems to be on just about every commercial right now.
First job I ever had was making pizzas, Jim Childs. I know my way around.
With Bill Belichick?
Yeah, exactly, with Bill Belichick. Rebels trying to get started early, not able to do much with that one as it gets sent away by the Tornadoes defense. Rebels are going to keep it alive, though. Tried to get a centering pass with Sophie Blanchette.
So what concept was that with?
What do you mean?
That you made pizzas.
Oh, well, I worked for several pizza places growing up. That was my teenage job and in my early college job. That was my starving broadcaster's job in my 20s as well on the weekends.
Yeah, really nice. Olivia Mell with a nice cross.
Machulis able to step up and make that save and then send it away towards midfield. All the way back it goes. Rebels will get it, reset for it. Blanchette, middle of the field, trying to find an outlet pass. Had Ainsley Krebsbach moving up the near side, but they lost it. Goes backwards. Tornadoes able to get control temporarily. Finally, the Rebels clear. Tatum Peach. That's sent backward. Now it's setting up for a little good patience by the Rebels.
Yeah.
Riley Sissenbath sends that ahead. Inbound for the Tornadoes off the throw-in. Tornadoes trying to get their first real setup of the game. Chance in front, now sent down. That's Olsen, who will send it all the way down for the Tornadoes. Good pursuit in the blue cleats for Paige Dischinger. That'll be your identifier for her tonight. That one gets away, and that's going to get picked up by Tatum Peaches, who tries to work around the defense, and does. It's good pursuit by Tessa Liram. That's finally going to get sent back, but not out. Tornadoes header forward, back to midfield. This is the early feel-out moments of this soccer game, as both teams just trying to see what they have.
And just moving the ball, and you can see right there, just trying to find the space to find where that player is going to go.
Throw in coming up instead for Riley Wahlberg. Wahlberg on the near side. Wahlberg throws in.
Camera shot was nice of that number.
Yep, Davis had it at midfield, lost it. Good job by Dischinger to come back in and put some pressure on, as it was Kuznirik tried to send it ahead from the defensive position. Now Blanchette lifts it over the top of that Anoka defense. Able to pick up Olivia Mell. Mell, good setup, pass, shot right at Machulis. Machulis will make the save. That was a nice little play there for Mell, able to feed the teammate Zoe Kuznirik, and that shot on net.
Good job by Machulis to get out and get in front of that. She had a rebel right on her right side, and if she doesn't get in front of that, that's a chance for a deflection.
So they get it all the way back down. Dischinger was giving chase for Anoka, but instead it'll be a setup for Champlin Park back towards the center A. Anoka now going to take their time at midfield, try to set up their offense. In that far corner. Champlin quickly gets it back. And now Anoka takes it right back as we kind of play in the middle.
Well, good job with the movement on Anoka.
Both teams doing a nice job, doing some touch passes, a little less dribbling. I kind of like that start so far from both sides. Kuznirik is there for Champlin, sends it ahead. Mell waits for it. And now Blanchette, Sophie Blanchette, working around Olsen. There's Mell, left-footed kick, deflected, and that's going to go wide. Should set up a goal kick for Anoka. Just underway, 5 minutes gone here in this first half.
Good look at Olivia Mell. Mell's had two shots so far and a nice pass. A nice cross. Leading goal scorer for the Rebels.
The left-footed kick from Machulis doesn't quite clear the zone, and now the Rebels will take another look. There's a shot. Covered up nicely again. So Champlin Park maybe getting the better of it here in these last couple of minutes. We'll see if the Tornadoes can create some offense. Kick back out towards midfield. And again, Champlin Park able to take control. Dischinger going to try to give chase for Anoka. Wahlberg down there trying to chase down Mell. Olivia Mell with it for the Rebels. Works their way to the box. Kuznirik, a shot. That one tries to bend in, but it'll go wide. And another goal kick for Anoka.
Wow, the speed of Mell is impressive. Her ability to get to that ball before it went out, she's a force.
Yeah, Mell seems like so far the one player who can kind of get what she wants here early on.
Yep.
There's Dischinger. That one's
you see
deflected
right there,
out.
You know, right in midfield, they had three Tornadoes that were just all around each other, no movement. That is how Champlin Park is able to get it. They're putting it into space, putting the ball into space.
And both teams, again, it's not perpetual motion like we kind of saw from the guys earlier. Both teams seem to be a little more, a little bit more static in the sense that they're looking for space, looking for spots to kind of hit it into. That one will go through Mell. And Wahlberg going to come back and get it. Wahlberg trying to box out Mel and Will. Nice job by Riley Wahlberg. Dishinger comes up to get it, and Page will kick it out of bounds. Throw-in chance again as Zoe Kuznerek was able to feed. Looking in front for Tatum Peach. Back it goes. Can the Tornadoes clear out? Not yet. Boy, nice job by this attack of Champlin Park. Ainsley Krebsbach made a couple of nice plays there. And now Blanchette, who seems like she's been everywhere with Mel here to start this game.
You are absolutely right. Every loose ball the Rebels right now are able to get to.
I like that Champlin Park decided just to go completely reset and just bring it all the way back. And then send it back down. Now Mel, they switch to the other side. They'll take that back. Not Mel that time to the other side, but Peach. And now taking away 3-on-2 for the Tornadoes. A little touch pass, but not able to lead on the far side.
Yeah, nice. It's methodical. The Rebels are just methodical right now. And
yeah, they seem very comfortable here. They've spaced the field really nicely, and they're passing pretty well here to start this game. I'm pleased with what we've seen from Champlin Park. Anoka just looks like they're kind of trying to find themselves here a little bit. Like they haven't quite got the crisp passing going. Like they're just sort of weathering the storm.
Yeah, you're right. Both teams are not big scorers in the first half. Good job by Machulis to get out there. Both the Rebels and the Tornadoes only have 2 goals in the first half each this season. So
there's a look at Annika Olsen as she gets herself back. Machulis sends the kick back towards midfield. Not able to clear it out, and Mel gets some room. Mel, can she get a look? Gets a shot right at Machulis. And I think Wahlberg does a nice job of closing there to make that a tougher shot.
Mel's getting some camera time. She's been on that ball quite a bit. But good job by the defense, not allowing her to cut back.
You're watching your time here. You're watching your
Tessa
time.
Liram at midfield.
Watching your time.
Kendra McKay out there as well. But it's quickly taken back by Krebsbach, this young freshman. Want to keep an eye on her in this one.
She's got 4 people on her. She takes her time, brings it back to the defense, and they just reset again.
Again, another reset, send it down. Back it goes. Champlin Park, again, seems very content to do this, Jim. If they don't see what they like, they send it right back, let their defense reset everything, and they get everybody back in position.
And then they throw it up to Mel and let's see what she can do.
Coach Alvarez very vocal on that sideline. Standing, talking, giving directions pretty much since the start of the game. Coach Camargo hanging out on the bench, a little quieter on his side. 2 different approaches from the coaching staff. Dishinger trying to find some room on the near side.
Well, a good opportunity now for the Tornadoes to get their offense working now with their throw-in around the 25.
They haven't been able to get down the field a ton here so far. They're going to let Wahlberg do the throw-in again as Dishinger will sub out, it looks like. So Wahlberg throws in. Trying to get a little screen off there. Now Wahlberg again. Cross. Had Clocker over there. Middle of the field trying to find a pass, but instead it's cleared out as nobody's down on the other side for Champlin, so Machulis will come out and get it from the 20 and send it quickly back the other direction. Clear him waiting. Avery Danner was there with some pressure. Now Mel.
Number 20, Captain Lily Clocker.
Yeah, Lily Clocker has entered in on that last whistle. Olivia Mel will throw in. Now no, we'll give way instead. As it'll be Kuznerek instead, which makes some sense. Bring the defender down to throw it in. Try to feed Mel. That's where you want to go. Inside instead, it'll be poked away by Anoka. Anoka gets rid of it, and it's Olivia Anda. Anda works it crossfield, sends it ahead. Can't clear it out of the zone just yet, though. And you just feel like Tornadoes are playing very defensively, Jim.
Yeah, and the pressure is coming on by the Rebels. They're challenging possession of the ball.
Danner was able to get that off the throw in. Anda was over there. Now it's I want to say that's Clocker, who was just in. Now Wahlberg. Wahlberg has it at the 30. Wahlberg moves to the middle of the field. Finds a dance partner with that pass. They're not able to get a shot on, and now Wahlberg comes back to retreat. Crosses with Clocker. At least I think. We might have to break out your giant binoculars here, Jim, so we can see those numbers. Substitution in as Kaylee Elvine will come in for the Tornadoes. And Wahlberg will get a seat.
See right here, trying to get that cross and just not enough air under it.
And at least now that we've moved to this side of the field, that got Coach Camargo off the bench. Either that or those benches are uncovered. You can't sit there all night. I mean, that's just not a thing. Back it goes. Machulis is really, tell you what, very aggressive out of goal. I like the fact that she comes up and plays the ball pretty consistently. Very aggressive. Anda gives chase to that one. Almost a handball, but no. And now Anda's going to try to keep it alive for the Tornadoes. Up it goes. It's in play and stays in for Anoka. Elvine trying to sneak down to get this one for Anoka. It'll be kicked out of the zone by Champlin Park. Nice little box out opportunity there from Larson, but instead almost taken back by Mel. Krebsbach sneaks up on it, and she goes down.
We've got Coach Alvarez mic'd up.
Yeah, we should. We should just go ahead and let him be the third person in this booth. Fascinating. I mean, he's in.
Yeah.
And it's always interesting to see the difference. Soccer especially, I think, has this school, different schools of coaching.
Yep.
Some will hang out and just kind of watch this thing play itself out, and some are very active in coaching. But some of this might be the fact that this Rebels team is growing and needs to, and so it's constant coaching.
Well, they're young too.
Yep.
And if you got a coach in his second year, still trying to install his system and his culture.
And you do feel like when teams are growing and struggling that you have to you got to do more of the in-game coaching. It's not like John Wooden. You can't just sit on the bench and let everything just happen. It's not a machine.
Nope. Especially when you've got, you're getting late in the season. You want to keep your team, they're both have had a little bit of a struggle. Keep them engaged.
That is a struggle, isn't it? I mean, just because they are kids, right?
Yep.
And it's human nature that when things start to maybe go away and the season you start to see the end in sight for your season. How do you stay, mentally in it?
Yeah. And the engagement of the coach is really important.
Yeah, seniors can sometimes stay intrinsically motivated because they want to play. But you think about those younger juniors and sophomores.
And you're also talking about a freshman or a sophomore who's 14.
Yeah.
Going against, possibly an 18-year-old.
Yeah,
I mean, and that's a kid.
Mel, now starting to see a crowd around her. Early on, Olivia Mel was able to sort of run free in this first half, but the Tornadoes put 3 around her on that last trip to the box. Clocker trying to box out Blanchette. Not able to do it yet. Good job by the Rebels. They get into the
move.
box again on the high side. Shot and score! This Rebels team that hasn't scored a ton this year make that look very easy on the far side.
And I believe that's Peach.
Yeah, Rebels get on the board with Peach and a goal. And now you can tell that got that Rebels bench up and excited, and they lead 1-0.
Well, Peach did a great job here. Nice pass. Pass came from Madison, and Peach just moved her body, able to get it onto her left foot, and gets past the Rebels defense, and then puts just an excellent shot right off the top of the bottom of the crossbar.
Got to shout Ivy Reichel right there on the bench for Champlin Park, saying we got to lead a new chant on this bench. Got to get a cheer going. I love it. The team that's hungry for a win are the Rebels, and they are playing like that early on. Definitely playing hungry early. And now that they have this 1-0 lead, it gets them excited, gets everybody kind of going.
So that is Peach from Ava Madison.
So Tatum Peach gets the goal from Madison. Great job by Champlin Park. And we talked about how much they had played they've passed well and really played well early. And it pays dividends as they get the look they've been waiting for. Nice move by Olivia Anda. Anda looking for a center. Nobody home on that pass, but they keep it alive. They pop it way up in the air and wide.
Boy, that was a nice move by the Tornadoes. Just hoping that somebody's home on the backside.
And that's really all you can do over there. They didn't quite have an angle on the net. What makes it worse on the numbers for the Tornadoes is the ponytails. So ponytails and hard to see numbers.
Well, it's like hockey jerseys, and difficult to see names and numbers.
I mean, we don't have that problem, Jim, you and I. I mean, we have never been told to get our ponytail away from the jersey number. But
not at least the last 20 years.
Not, yeah. Olivia Mell back centering. Peach is right there in the center. She wants to get a second one. Hey, when you start to smell the back of the net, you'd like more.
Yeah, she's strong on the ball.
Nice move. Krebsbach centering pass. Ooh, there were players there for the Rebels. Back it goes. Chance that one gets deflected away and wide as we come up on the halfway point of this first half. And a half that so far it's been Champlin Park. I think they've really owned this game for the first 20 minutes.
Yeah, well, it's obvious. The field has been tilted, and it is on the side of the Anoka where most of the play has taken place.
It's a good thing we've gone to turf here. We wouldn't have any grass left. And again, you're right. Jim, I think your observation is spot on about the fact that they have been able to really be strong on the ball. You don't feel like they're getting pushed off of plays or pushed out of spots. Throw-in chance here is Elvine. Tries to clear for the Tornadoes. Can't do it. Mel takes it away on a turnover shot. And a good save by Machulis.
Yeah, Mel didn't get all of that. She had an oncoming defender, had to get rid of it. Good job by Machulis. Machulis is athletic. I mean,
no doubt about it.
That's another legacy name of good athletes that have come through that family.
You don't want to build up Ted Machulis that much, do you? I mean,
Ted is one of the nicest coaches
gosh,
I've ever met in any high school sport.
Hang out with him in the building at Anoka for 20 minutes, and he'll be your favorite person in the world. I'll tell you that much. He's easy to talk to.
Great respect for a guy who's just a nice guy and able to coach young men.
The epitome of a coaching lifer, too, right? Mm-hmm. He's coached everywhere. He's done every sport.
Yep.
One of my favorite people at Anoka, no question about it. Nice job there off that one. Getting that at least back into Champlin Park territory, forcing the Rebels to reset. A really good, patient game so far from Champlin Park through the first 22 minutes.
Yeah. I'd like to see Anoka just start to get some energy and get to, somebody make a run. You spoke about it at pregame, talking about who's the catalyst. That catalyst needs to come through right now.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. Like, who's going to kind of split a double team? Who's going to take the bull by the horns here a little bit? And sometimes that's what it takes, is you need a player who, not that you want them to play recklessly, but can you make a person miss and fight through a double?
Yeah. Just breathe a little life into your team.
Just, if nothing else, just change the field and change the look, right? Yeah. Because you're moving the chess pieces around. Champlin Park, I feel like, doesn't have to change much because Anoka's not making them move around as much as you'd probably want them to.
You're right. It's been a good game plan, and they've been able to move in space and work, put the ball where somebody should be, not where somebody's at right now currently, and I think that's really been a big help for the Rebels.
One thing you notice, too, with Champlin, again, not a ton of dribble, a lot of passing.
Yep.
It does seem like they're very comfortable working this near side and then back to the center.
Yep.
Which makes that goal all the more interesting because it comes from the far side.
Yeah, well, they've done that with Mel on that side. Mel's on the bench right now.
Oh, that's tough for Machulis. Wow, what a play by Lucy. Great play by Lucy Machulis. There's another one right there over the top of her, and it's a goal. Just kicked it right over her head, and they get one. That's a goal from Ava Madison.
Yeah, Madison, unbelievable. Great save initially by Machulis. She's in position. She's back in position, and Madison just rips one from around the 25, right outside the box.
And just under siege right now from this Rebel attack. Take another look at this one, Jim.
So literally about 25 feet away, 25 yards away, upper left 90. So great job by Madison.
And those are the ones that players tend to put too much air on.
Yeah.
They're the ones that go over the top of the net 9 times out of 10. That was just an absolutely perfect ball from Ava Madison. It's 2 rip.
So the junior now a assist and a goal.
And you can already kind of feel like now this Rebel team has a little life and a little belief in them here. That bench is loud. They're chatting.
Yeah.
Changes everything. Update that score. It is 2-0 on our scoreboard, so just so you know. For those of you scoring at home, playing the home version of tonight's game, which we all know many of you do. 16 minutes to go, first half. Back come the Rebels yet again, as Anoka's on their heels here.
That was a in between. That was going to be a shot, possibly a pass.
Just pick one. Yeah, just go with it.
So anyway, but Krebsbach, who's really had a nice first half.
Yeah, really impressed with some of these players that have come through and again, just played very disciplined, patient soccer so far, Jim.
Yep.
Goal kick for the Tornadoes as some subs come in for Champlin Park. Krebsbach sets ahead towards the box just in front. And I believe that's Wahlberg fresh in. Either that or it's Anoka Olsen.
Well, I will tell you that without Lucy Machulis in there, this could be a 4-0 game.
Sure could. I mean, they have been really peppering the goaltender, and good job by Machulis in goal tonight. Centering pass, nobody home as we come up 15 minutes to go, first half.
Yeah, you'd like to see that mid on the far side crash that net. A little late on getting there.
And this has to warm the heart of Coach Alex Alvarez. I mean, it's been such a lean start to get 2 first-half goals. Doesn't matter who you play and when you play.
Yep.
That stuff is really big.
Well, you've played 9 games so far, and you've got 3 goals. So you've got you're halfway through a half, and you've got 2. So
for Anoka, the key here is probably is not to panic, though.
No.
Right? I mean, you know you're against a team that has trouble scoring goals. So it's not like you can't get one back here, and you got plenty of time.
Mm-hmm.
But you do have to find some kind of, I think, some kind of offensive sustainability here.
So a little bit of momentum.
That one misses out on the far side. Throw in coming up for Anoka. They'll toss it in, get it back in play quickly. I'll say Liram back there giving chase for the Tornadoes. Get a whistle. We're going to get more subs in. As coming into the game is Ari Egan. And Mel also back in after she gets a quick breather. And there's a smiling Tatum Beach as she leaves. Got a goal. It's a lot easier to be happy. I'll tell you what.
It certainly is. Yeah, it's fun to come off when you're up 2-0.
That smile may not leave her face the rest of the night. She might have that the rest of the day.
Gets a hug from a coach. High five from some team members on the bench.
Back it goes here as Wahlberg, who's back in again, tried to center that pass and wasn't able to do it. Anoka Olsen back in on the backside, trying to send it ahead for Anoka. Couldn't do it. Now Mel and Olsen in a race for it. Olsen will get to it first for the Tornadoes. Back to Riley Wahlberg. Wahlberg centers. Finding Liram. And that gets sent ahead. And again, not able to make that one extra pass, I think is the observation there, Jim, right? That's the one you want to send down and get something.
Yep, and they kind of run out of gas as they get around the box.
I don't even know if we could say they have registered a shot on goal yet. Maybe one at Caitlin Kringle. But they have not been able to really give her anything to worry about. Clocker, Wahlberg, and pocket picked right there. Rebels send it ahead, and it's onside, so it's a Machulis and Mel battle. This could be tough. Mel with a shot and a goal! Olivia Mel! And you saw that coming a mile away.
Well, Mel knew what to do. She was patient with it. Machulis came out to cut out the angle, and Mel just curved it right around here.
The problem was it looked like Machulis had to retreat because she knew she wasn't going to win this race, so she backed up right there, Jim.
Yeah, and
that's a beautiful shot by Mel.
It is, yeah, it really is.
Number 10, Olivia Mel.
So 3 goals in the half from Champlin Park. I don't think we saw this coming from either side.
No, and so they have doubled their season output this half.
This does not look like a team that has struggled to play good soccer.
No.
This has been really good. Good shot and a goal! It's going in from everywhere!
Oh, Krebsbach with a sniper.
Ainsley Krebsbach goes up top shelf. Where Grandma hides the cookies, Jim. Fantastic from the young freshman. Take a look at this one from the 20.
Just an excellent shot. There's nothing Machulis can do with that.
No.
That is just one of those shots that you just tip your hat and say, that you guys have it tonight.
And the floodgates have opened here at Goodrich tonight, and this Rebels team, it's like they've hit the pressure release valve. I mean, they're getting every opportunity tonight.
Floodgates, pressure release valve, any adjective.
I'm going to try to find more metaphors.
Yes, metaphors. Yes, not adjectives, but metaphors. And oh my word.
Well, you wonder sometimes when teams are in these funks what it'll take. Sometimes it is just a kind of a greasy goal right in front from Tatum Peach, and now you see it's all working after that moment.
Well, last week, I think it kind of came together a little bit last week with a tie against the Andover Huskies. Then, they lost 1-0 against Maple Grove. Maple Grove, one of the top teams in the state.
Well, they're playing a near flawless first half of soccer. I mean, I have yet to. There's really nothing to complain about here.
It's for rip. I mean, it's 4 rip on a team that scored 3 goals, and yeah, it's a coming out party for the Rebels right now.
And defensively, they've been terrific. I mean,
Yeah.
they've been able to stop every attack from the Tornadoes. I mean, the Tornadoes have barely crossed midfield.
Yeah.
I mean, it has been, I mean, Coach Alvarez couldn't draw it up any better than what he's gotten so far.
Nope, not at all.
We got 10.5 to play in the first half. Rebels want more. Tornadoes need to just find something that works here in this first half. Wahlberg trying to stop it on the crossfield pass. Has to retreat, and it's picked away. Can they win the foot race to it? No, Krebsbach had the steal, but just couldn't outrun it. Tornadoes a little careless with the ball there. Dishinger back into the game. Same with Anda as they tried to get that one to Anda off the throw-in. Instead, they threw it away, and now the Rebels will get that one with Ari Egan. Egan's going to give way as they make a sub. Krebsbach all smiles as she hits the bench. And, and in comes Sydney Roth.
Sydney Roth.
And Emily Van Gay also into the game as well. So the Rebels able to get some different players on the field doing some different things here in this first half. Now they move Mel more to the middle of the field this time as they tried to set for her.
You know, you look at the Tornadoes, they've got, 9 people back playing defense right now, and when they get the ball, there's not a lot of hustle to get that ball out of their end.
It also seems like they're having trouble finding those open gaps.
Yep.
And some of that could be a spacing issue or whatever, but that's been the difference. Champlin seems like they're spread out. That's a swing and a miss, but they're able to keep it alive, are the Rebels, as they dribble through the middle, and then when they lead just like that into an open spot. Oh,
faceplant.
Turf monster and a faceplant for Sydney Roth. Feel that in the morning. A turf burn shower, those are always fun. Ooh, a bump right there as Dishinger goes down, and I don't know. Sydney Roth throws her. I think she wanted to throw her arms in the air and then realized I did actually take out Paige Dishinger. I got to take that foul.
The arms started to go up and started to be palms up. Yep, absolutely.
Well, don't you know, no athlete has committed a foul ever.
No, I know. Just ask them.
They'll tell you. Machulis comes way out to take this free kick. Sends it down. Dishinger didn't quite get a handle on it. I think this might have been last touch by Champlin. So, yeah, throw in for the Tornadoes as they work here on the near side. Anoka has struggled to even, get a sniff to the net here. Wahlberg will see if she can change that on the throw-in for Anoka. Over the middle, tried to set up. There's Anda. Anda gets bumped off of it and taken. Centering pass for the Rebels. Now the Rebels will set up another chance ahead. It's Mel. Mel and Olsen. Mel's going to win the battle of the ball. Try to center it up, but nice job by Anoka Olsen to get rid of that one. I believe this is McKay. No, take up 22 right there looking for that one. That is McKay, Kendra McKay. McKay, one of the captains, wearing the band. Poked back. Oh, good feed. Far side opportunity here for Champlin Park, but no, couldn't center it back up as Megan Collins had room up top for the Rebels.
See, that's an example right there of how the defense gets up for the Rebels and is able to take control of that ball and keep that alive.
Centering pass, good shot over the top, hit the bar. Right there, follow-up chance through the uprights.
Ari Egan's going to see that tonight in her dream. She's going to see an open net like that and just say, oh.
Well, they're just going high at the crossbar, and just that one just hit the crossbar. That almost went in from this awkward angle.
Great shot. Goes off the crossbar. Egan.
Just a little too much air as that went through the uprights. 6 to go first half. It's been all Champlin Park, as they have played just a really terrific first half. Centering pass. Sam Harbaugh sends that one wide.
I don't know, about 5 minutes.
Continuing to make subs here. Tornadoes trying to get more players in. Trying to cycle out as many folks on the roster as they can. I don't think they expected to be chasing 4 here in the first half. I think they really, again, this was a game I think both teams really circled like, hey, we got to get this one. But I think Champlin has come out with more urgency, certainly in this first half, and have just played a marvelous game.
Well, there's been only one game where the Tornadoes have given up 4 goals, and that was against Centennial in a 4-0 loss a couple weeks ago. This is usually a very strong defensive team.
Yeah, so they've been a bit surprised here. And some of this is just, again, you tip your hat on these goals, but man, it's just when it rains, it pours, I guess. And middle of the field. And again, the Tornadoes have just struggled to find a chance back on their end. You'd like to see them at least get a shot on goal, a good quality opportunity in these final 4.5. Not cleared yet. Now here's a good chance if they can get a good look. That's knocked away. Good job by the defense at Champlin Park. Olsen back to retrieve it. Loses it out. Olsen slow to get up.
Looked like she either twisted an ankle when she came through.
Yeah, that's not great. Anika's been a longtime player here and good player.
Yeah.
And they're gonna call for Heidi Beckendorf to come on up and check on her as she kind of looks like ankle maybe. That's kind of what she's grabbing at, ankle, shin.
Well, it was I think she got a cleat caught as she was trying to slow down. She's a pretty tough cookie. I don't think this is going to keep her out.
Teammates hanging out, Samantha Davis, Clocker, some of those veteran captains hanging with Anoka Olsen. Getting a look at this Champlin Park bench, which has got some spirit to it right now, feeling really good about themselves. As we've had a full stoppage here, as Anoka is still down, and Heidi Beckendorf kind of, again, working. Lucas Camargo has come over there, the head coach.
Well, the scoring recap started with Tatum Peach at about 18 minutes. She scored the first goal. Then Ava Madison came up with goal number 2 about 25 yards out.
And you mentioned, here comes some of these goals that you talked about.
Here's Peach right here. This is the first goal. This one's a good left-footed shot that goes right over the crossbar. Next one comes back to Madison. Madison fires it, and again, high, that upper 90.
And nothing Machulis could do about those at all.
Nope. And this is a goal from Mel. Mel does a great job. Machulis comes out, kind of stuck in no man's or no keeper's land, I guess is what I would call it. And then another excellent shot.
That one was sick right there. That one from Krebsbach.
Yep.
So Anoka Olsen gets helped out. The good news is she's walking off, so that's a great sign from Anoka Olsen. And hopefully she's okay. Olivia Mell back in as we've started action again under 5. Mell with a chance, and that's just over the top.
Boy, she is so short on her kick, and she gets good power on it. She just she doesn't need a lot to wind up.
Well, this is what we talked about with Anoka, too, right? We want to see a player break a double team like that. You see how Mel worked herself right through it.
There's 5 Tornadoes around her and still gets off a quality shot.
Just changes everything when you have a player who can do that.
Yep.
Kaylee Lady. Trying to hit Egan. Egan will run this down. It'll go out of play. It'll be a throw-in opportunity. Good chance again. Oh, that one deflected. Thought there'd be a clean look from Sam Harbaugh.
I think we got our first corner kick. I don't remember a corner kick.
No, we have not had one yet. This is it, yeah.
38 minutes into the match.
You want to talk about another clean first half too, Jim,
Yeah.
right? Not a lot of
Nope.
fouls,
Nope.
not a lot of free kicks. It's just been kind of
Egan for the Rebels.
controlled play.
Will attempt the corner kick.
Everybody at the 18.
That's going to miss well behind the net. That's not what you're looking for there if you're Champlin Park.
No. So, trying to get on that back post. There wasn't anybody going there, so. You know, as a goalkeeper, you feel bad about the fact you let in 4 goals, but
I don't know what she could have done differently.
There really isn't anything you could have done any differently.
Yeah, there's no soft goals on Lucy Machulis there. I mean, those were just some brilliant shots. And again, when the defense gives those clean looks to you, I mean, there's not a whole lot that you can do. You're kind of hanging your goalie out to dry on some of those.
Yeah, and you know, you got to just kind of tip your cap. But somebody from the 25 is you know, slinging lasers.
I know. I mean, but Champlin has appeared to be the quicker, stronger team in this first half, and they've just been in control. Nice little tap from hard-body Egan. Egan tries to center it up, but instead it's going to go high, wide. She's kicked about 2 through the uprights here in the last few minutes.
Well, that run was a perfect example of what we've seen the Rebels do. They're able to collapse in and draw 2 defenders, and then that wing or that mid on the outside gets the ball passed, and it's a good scoring opportunity on the cross.
Under a minute to go, 45 seconds, first half. Dischinger sends it down. Dischinger trying to just keep it moving for the Tornadoes, but that'll get lost out. And again, no rush here from Champlin Park. They're in command of things in this first half. Sydney Roth will throw in and throw backwards. Under 30. They'll kick all the way back to Krengle. Patience again from Champlin Park is the name of the game. 15 seconds. Egan sends it all the way back down towards Machulis, who will pick it up. And that will probably wrap this first half with 5 to go, 4 to go, and that will do it. Champlin Park, a very impressive first half as they get 4 goals and have really taken command of this soccer game, a game that we thought would be pretty close and low scoring. We certainly didn't get that.
We were hoping for 1 or 2 goals, and Champlin has exploded for 4 goals, and none of them cheap. Great job by the Champlin Park defense to just extinguish any threat and get the ball out. Like you said, impressive half by the Rebels.
Indeed. So we will go to the half. We'll see what the Tornadoes can do differently. And we'll be back for that second half in just a little bit here on QCTV.
What do you think of when you hear the name 4-H? I bet you didn't think of performing arts, engineering projects, or training your dog in agility. But it's all of these things and more. 4-H is Minnesota's largest youth development organization, and we follow a hands-on, learn-by-doing model. Youth in grades kindergarten through 1 year past high school follow their own sparks and interests as they develop skills like teamwork and community service that will last them a lifetime. There are so many ways to engage in 4-H. You can join a community or project club, attend camp, or participate in a one-time workshop. So no matter what you're interested in, from horses to photography, rocket building to fashion, there is something for all youth in 4-H. Contact our Anoka County office and we'll help you get started. We'll see you in 4-H.
for Donnelly. Donnelly.
Rebels here at home. They could have some home games.
Thorson tightens her wrist and scores!
3 touchdowns, all to Masuku. He's got one on the ground. What a great catch. Look at that.
Top of the face-off circle. She sends one low. Save is made. Follow-up shot. Score by Max.
Whether or not that's
Great look at a goal! Anoka.
He gets through. You see right there, as Bernovic with a shot.
And Clyde, the porcupine.
Hi, Clyde, buddy.
Peggy gives us the tour, and afterwards we sat down to learn more about the Wildlife Science Center.
So the Wildlife Science Center was actually established, and it wasn't the Wildlife Science Center, it was called the Wolf Project in 1976, and it was really set up just to answer a couple of questions that they couldn't answer studying wolves in the wild. So it wasn't supposed to last very long, but it went from 76 to 90 under the federal government, and it was on state land, and I started that in 1985. So I worked for the first 5 years after college for the federal government, and then the funding dried up right away, and my last job was to euthanize the 40 wolves that lived there, and I didn't want to do it, and the man that was my coworker at the time and now my husband and I decided to throw everything to the wind and start a nonprofit, and that was amazing. Boy, I would never have had the energy to do it now, but it was an amazing experience. The wolves were in 6 by 20 foot dog kennels, because that was the thinking of the time in 76. It was what everybody did. But by 1990, it was no longer the thinking of the time. And so the first thing we had to do was build nice enclosures for the wolves so that they were comfortable in their setting. And we did that, and we were there for 25 years. Then we got this property up here, and this is 210 acres, which was wonderful. We were leasing 9 from the DNR. So this is a huge change for us. And we built the facility. We are open for education programs. One of our primary missions is to get kids excited about science.
If you'd like to see these beautiful animals yourself, the Wildlife Science Center is located in Stacy, Minnesota, and is currently open on Wednesdays and Saturdays.
We are a nonprofit. We don't get any government funding. We pay for absolutely everything that we do here, and there are a lot of animals, almost 200 animals here, so it requires a lot of time, a lot of care, a lot of medical care.
They do offer private appointments, and if you'd like to contribute, there are several ways that you can help out the Wildlife Science Center. Be sure to visit their website for more information. Interested in booking a spacious venue for your next event? Well, you're in luck because the City of Champlin is inviting you to come take a tour. Located along the Mississippi River, this brand new Mississippi Crossings Event Center is a spacious building offering a multi-use facility to suit your needs with incredible views of the Mississippi River. The Mississippi Crossings Event Center will be open for tours, and you can find detailed information at the city's Facebook page, or you can reach out directly. For additional information, please visit MississippiCrossings.com, and we will see you at the Event Center.
There's some fun music right there. The Tim and Jim Power Hour here at Goodrich Field. What an interesting first half between the Rebels and the Tornadoes. Easily the best half of soccer played by Champlin Park all year round, Jim. This was really fantastic to watch.
And we had to wait a little bit. We waited until 18 minutes into the game, and an excellent shot by Peach right there for one, and then Ava Madison connects on the next goal for goal number 2. And then an outlet pass, long pass that Mel was able to just get past the keeper and got past Machuas. And then finally, Krebsbach, the freshman, just dropped a dime past the keeper. First half, all Rebels.
And they really did control. This was about a 50-yard field for much of this first half.
It
we
really
were playing on this half the entire way.
Yep.
And so this has got to be something for the Tornadoes. When you're down 4 rip like this, what are you doing? If you're Lucas Camargo, what are you suggesting here as far as this first 10 minutes or so?
Well, right now is, hey, listen, let's get some energy. We, you and I talked about it. There was, just flat-footed, not wanting to get to those loose balls. This is something that they've got to, if they can come out and, just get control and look around, pass the ball, and get some offensive opportunities, I think they can feel good as they get out of this game. So.
Yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right. The 50-50 ball battle, those loose balls, you got to win all of those, I think, in these first couple minutes. Like, really send a message saying, like, we're not going away here. We're going to play this entire half, and we're going to win all the loose ball battles here. You're going to have to keep playing for 40 more minutes. But if you're Coach Alex Alvarez, I mean, that's big. And, again, I think what you really notice is the buy-in, even from the bench, how into the game all the players are for the Rebels here so far.
They were jumping, and every goal was celebrated by every team member. On the field, all 11 are coming down to meet the goal scorer, which is awesome.
We switch ends. which, might be good for that half of the field turf just to get a break here, at least if nothing else. Send it all the way down. Machulis will pick it up to start the second half. Meanwhile, if you're Champlin Park, you've put a half together. That's, I have to assume that it's two schools of thought here. You don't want to get, too carried away here because you would love to keep playing and put a second half on the board. But you also kind of want to, be smart, not make too many, don't make any weird errant passes or make mistakes that give up easy goals.
Yeah, and if you're Alex Alvarez, you almost have to calm him down and say, hey, listen, what got you here was the system and your hard work. Continue to do the work with, looking to feed the ball into space and let your team get it. So we'll see how this half goes.
Meanwhile, it was a rough half just physically for the Tornadoes. That injury to Anoka Olsen late in the half, and she's still on the bench and looked like was retaped at halftime, and we'll have to see what her status is if she sits out the rest of the night, which might make some sense in a 4-0 game because you'd like to have her. You don't want anything too crazy there, but
they did tape it up, and so I think she's going to see if she can work on it.
Yeah, we'll see. She's still sitting on the bench right now, so we'll keep an eye on her as we work through the rest of this one tonight. Both teams just kind of getting started here in the second half, starting a lot like the first half. Champlin Park kind of taking control, but just really feeling things out in their own zone. And this is the thing. I saw this about 5-6 times in the first half, Jim, and you didn't see this once in the boys' game from either side, this ability or this willingness to work backwards and be patient and reset yourself. Olivia Anda, middle of the field for the Tornadoes. She's pushed down, and that's going to be a free kick and maybe the best spot of the night for the Tornadoes. As a little push from behind that time from Madison, I believe, will give Olivia Anda an opportunity at a free kick.
Yeah, we haven't had a chance to call some of these offensive players for their Tornadoes. So from about 32 yards out.
And maybe this might be a pass, the way you see the Tornadoes sort of setting up. You might see somebody try to sneak in behind this wall from Champlin Park. Coach Alvarez directing traffic. Anda seeing a player coming in from the distance, but she'll fire, and that's going to be just way over the top of the goal. That may come in handy tomorrow night during the Powder Puff game if they need a kick, because it seems like the Powder Puff game always ends on a kick.
Yeah, yes, and it's frustrating. I think night continues for the Tornadoes.
So Champlin Park will take it, and they immediately try to get back to work, and now it'll be Anoka who has to reset. They turn it over, and it's a lot of those passes, Jim, those turnovers in there that on what seem to be pretty routine touch passes, turning them over. Machulis has to come in and get it, and she gets ran over, but she will control that one.
Yeah, Machulis has been a warrior tonight.
Yeah, she has been under siege, to say the least. Like, she has had to really play and stay in it.
Yes.
Meanwhile, Kringle has probably been able to, read the newspaper and have a cup of coffee on her side.
She didn't know what to do, and the ball came down.
Yeah, they had to kick one back to her just to give her something to do.
Just to wake her up.
So this will be a opportunity for Anoka. Looks like on another free kick, and this one out maybe at about the 20, up to almost the 25. For this free kick, and they'll bring Machulis out to take it in the hopes to try to send all of the Tornadoes down into the Champlin Park zone and see if they can get a deflection or something towards the net. Nice little box out there. Anda trying to box out as well. Clocker was back there, and that one's going to get away quickly, and it's Mel. Mel 1-on-3 for the Rebels as he tries to turn the corner. Good job on defense by Anoka.
Really nice job just to be able. We've seen Mel's speed so far, and to match that was excellent. So.
Yeah, Riley Wahlberg back there working the corner with Olivia Mel, and we will get a corner for Champlin Park. One of our first real corner chances of the day.
Last one didn't even land in bounds.
This one will. Anybody home? Chance? Nope, that's going over the top. Hayden Calla gets that opportunity for the Rebels and missed that over the top. So goal kick coming up for the Tornadoes. That one's not going to get out. And looks like Danner going to send it ahead. Or Clocker, I should say. But instead, they're not going to get it out. And again, the Tornadoes having to kind of play on their heels defensively here as they try to get this back inside that zone of Champlin Park.
Well, defensively, the Tornadoes have come out in the second half and really kind of shut down those passing lanes.
Yeah, you can see the Rebels still trying to work that. They work the perimeter a little bit, go to the outside and cut it back in. But you're right, Anoka doing a better job. Oh, Mel lifting that over the top, and that's going to go long and wide, and that will be a goal kick coming up for the Tornadoes.
Well, that was an excellent pass. Boy, nice stop and turn around. I think that was Peach that was able to just stop on a dime, collect that pass, that cross, and move it back to Mel.
Machula sends it up, but again, not real deep. And you almost want to rethink that goal kick a little bit. One thing we saw the boys do earlier was they were content to not boot it on goal kicks, but instead try to work it up sideways, if you will. And I would think if you don't have the leg in goal, that may not be a bad option.
No, not at all.
Back it goes. That was Blanchette, who didn't get a goal, but boy, she was busy in the first 10 minutes or so. Felt like we said her name a ton. Trying to center down the middle. Another chance for the Rebels, and that one is going to sneak wide. So defense definitely better for the Tornadoes, but it still has not translated to shots on the other side.
No. At least they're not getting those open looks.
And another corner, this time to the near side for the Rebels.
And it will be Blanchette.
And Blanchette will take it here from this corner. It's up in the air in front. It's going to deflect off a Tornado. It's still loose. Sent backwards. Blanchette takes it. We'll try to bring it into the box. We'll get a whistle.
Offsides.
Offsides coming in. They got what they wanted, though. They got the deflection in front, just nobody home for the Rebels to take a shot.
And then it went right back to Blanchette. Blanchette had basically a short corner kick again and just couldn't find anyone.
That was a look at Bella Rush there as she was running back for the Tornadoes. Good job of keeping it in by McKay. And now that'll be sent ahead. That one was Samantha Davis. Davis sends it down. Kringle will get to it. And now again a slow, methodical start for Champlin Park.
A lot of one-touch passes. And then like we've talked about, they'll just move it into space and let somebody run into that area.
Just like that, just kind of dumping it in, hoping that their player can win the one-on-one battle to the ball.
Yep.
And they'll throw in as there was Anoka who knocks it out of play. As we have played almost 10 minutes here in this second half, it's still 4-0. Anoka still not able to register a shot. Wahlberg getting set, Sydney Larson getting set to come back in.
And we'll have an offsides again. Dangerous when you start passing it back and forth, and you're right on with the defense right on the edge.
Jay Latana getting set to come back in as well. Machulis going to try to set this. Free kick from way outside. She'll send it down. Gets it over the head of the Champlin Park offense that was ready to attack, and that's going to roll all the way to midfield. And out of play, last touch by the Tornadoes. Throw in coming up. And that'll get bumped away by the Tornadoes yet again. Champlin Park trying to stay on the offensive. Good job by the Rebels. Centering pass. Knocked down by Anoka. Anoka trying to clear out. Hasn't done it yet. Still alive. Anduk trying to come up to get it for Anoka. Still not out. Krebsbach. And that will get sent away. And Champlin Park not wasting time. They wanted a quick throw in and they got it. Anoka still having a tough time just getting out of their zone.
Yeah.
And that's McKay who's going to come get this one. And immediately had it taken from her.
Yeah, Peach has had a peach of a game.
A peach of a game. I see what you did there. Well done, Jim Childs.
Yep.
You just know how
I'm sure she's never heard that before.
No, certainly not. You know how to get to an English teacher's heart, Jim Childs. Well done. Sent ahead and out. Now the subs will come in for Anoka. They were kind of standing there for a while. Finally, they get to come in.
So it's homecoming week for
homecoming week for the Anoka Tornadoes. That's right. So the big Powder Puff game tomorrow night here at Goodrich. And for those of you watching this live streaming, you can come on out and take on that annual tradition. And then obviously the game Friday night against the Coon Rapids Cardinals, my alma mater.
Well, I tell you what, the Coon Rapids is having a rough year this year.
They certainly are.
Should be a good chance for the Tornadoes to get healthy.
Yeah, it's been a rough one for the Birds. Good move by Mel. And I thought Mel was going to get a shot. Instead, she takes a shot. She goes down hard, but she's able to get back up. A couple of big collisions there in the middle of the field. Now Champlin's starting to kind of get knocked around a little by this Anoka team.
Well, yeah, it's good to see. I mean, it just, the aggressiveness of the Tornadoes has absolutely increased.
Yeah, you gotta at some point, you gotta turn on the heat a little bit on the oven if you're gonna cook something.
There you go.
Doesn't happen by magic, Jim Childs.
No,
so I've been told.
Yeah,
you can't just throw it in the oven and not turn anything on.
Have you ever worked on a microwave? That's magic.
That air fryer has really been the difference. The microwave doesn't get used anymore, Jim. It's all the air fryer now.
Instapot. Yeah, you got it.
I'm assuming you are a big Instapot recipe guy now. Like you have several hundred of them at your house. You play around with it. You're always doing stuff.
I do. Instapot is. Well, actually, the slow.
Is that your weekend thing? Is that like
for some stuff, yeah. Love slow cooker too.
You just come home on the weekend. Say, nice little Saturday. I got a little slow cooker thing going. Started at 9 a.m.
That's right, ribs.
Boy, just to live in Jim Child's world for just a day would be just awesome.
I don't know if that's.
I'm air frying mini corn dogs, and here you are. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah. Mini corn dogs are in the air fryer are really good.
You bet they're really good.
They're a whole lot better than just in the oven.
No question.
We got an injury down.
Another injury down, and this is an Anoka player, it looks like. As she got hit. I'm trying to see it. Yeah, it's Wahlberg, Riley Wahlberg. Riley's a good kid. Let's take another look at that one again, and she's kind of holding her head. Let's see if we can see this, Jim.
I think she.
Oh, took it off the back, oh, man. Was that back or, maybe the wind? That knocked the wind out of her?
Trainers had some action tonight.
Yeah, Heidi wasn't used a ton in the boys game, but she's had to come out and check on some players. And those hurt. You take those off the stomach in the right spot, that'll take the wind right out of you. And you hope that that's all it is. Yeah, Riley looks like she's getting some breath here, and I think she'll be all right. Riley's a good kid, as I mentioned. Had a chance to get to know Riley last few weeks in class. You can see just trying to shake that one off.
She get extra credit?
Maybe, for that, maybe. If you take a soccer ball to the stomach, I may have to reconsider everything in the grading policy.
Well, there you go. Maybe the after school you can kick soccer balls at kids.
Maybe that could be it. It's like, hey, if you want to get back into things, you can just go ahead and sit there and
a fireball.
I don't see that working very well, Jim, I must admit.
It's probably not the best thing for your career either.
No, probably not. Although, what if I nominate Riley to do that?
Oh, that would
then I think that's okay, right?
Yeah.
So there you go, Riley, for revenge.
I can see a Vince Vaughn movie coming out with something like that.
Yeah, I could, yeah.
Dodgeball.
If you can dodge Riley's kick at you, you can dodge anything.
Duck, dodge, dive, and duck.
Yeah.
So dodgeball on your bingo card now.
Yeah, there you go. We got that one in. You were trying to figure out what movie reference we'd work in. That would be the one.
Yep.
So good job by Riley there. Hopefully she's going to be okay. She was just kind of getting her wind about her, so I think she's going to be all right. And we're back to action at 25-24 left to play in the game. And it's same song, verse 2 from this first half. I mean, it's a lot of the same for Champlin Park. Being content to kick backwards and play and just kind of move the chess pieces in very disciplined spacing soccer here. And Anoka's got to try to put some pressure on. And now finally they do bring some of those attackers up to try to challenge this Champlin Park defense. But instead, Champlin Park gets exactly what they want. They sucker him in and then send him the other way with Mel. You almost got the feeling Champlin Park was waiting for that. Like, hey, let's see if we can get Anoka to come forward, and then we'll send one down.
Well, when you've got a weapon like Mel, I mean, you've got to use her. She, get the ball to her in space and let her do her thing. And she's been really impressive.
Yeah,
tonight.
She's been fun to watch tonight. Yep. She's done a great job. Corner kick for Champlin Park. And this will be Krebsbach, actually, for the corner kick. Let me help out my friend at the PA announcing spot. Good shot right there on net, and that just missed. I thought she was going to bend that in.
I thought she had it.
Well, that was a great look from Krebsbach. I did not expect that.
Correction, that was Krebsbach.
Yeah, there we go.
Good job.
Good job.
Here's a replay on it. Krebsbach rips it. It's over Machulis' head and just misses that back post.
Yeah, it was really a good look. Go to hustle to get to that by Sydney Larson. Larson gets there for the Tornadoes, but it's taken back by the Rebels as it's Blanchette, middle of the field. And sent down again by Champlin Park, forcing the Tornadoes to double back and reset. Oh, man, big collision by the Tornadoes and Larson as Larson just runs over Ivy Reichel. There's no other way to describe it.
Yeah.
Poor Ivy Reichel just got destroyed there.
It was...
nice job by Olivia Anda, trying to come up and put some pressure on Riley Sissenbath.
Well, the Tornadoes have really, I mean, we're 18 minutes into this half, and they have done a much better job of being aggressive. And, defensively, I think they've been able to snuff out the offensive opportunities a whole lot better than they did in that first half. Good support on each other.
What they're waiting, what I'd like to see is just see them get a shot on goal.
Yeah.
And just see if they can make Kringle a little uncomfortable in the goal area, because they just haven't been able to do that yet. Mel sends that back down, and again, the defense has to retreat.
Boy, Mel just doesn't get tired.
No.
She's going 100% of the time.
And especially since the way they kind of dump it down to her, they want her to win these races, so she's got to be at full speed.
Yeah. Yep.
All the time, and it just seems like, she can always do that. And they go all the way back to Kringle, and she'll just kind of kick it ahead. And again, they're content to do that a little bit more here in the second half, even more than they did in the first half. And that's a move you see a lot more, I think, in when you watch big-time soccer, right, World Cup-type soccer, you see teams more content to play backwards and then go forwards in the hopes that they can draw the defenses in.
Yep.
You don't see that nearly as much
No.
at the high school level because teams want to go, go, go all
Yeah.
the time.
Yep, you're right.
We certainly saw that in the guys' game at 5 o'clock, where just neither side wants to give you an inch.
Nope. And it was, it's the way soccer should be played. You know, Machulis was late on getting out to that.
Oof, just got to it, yeah, for sure. That one went off the face of, I think, one of the Tornadoes.
A couple of panels on the cheek.
Yeah, that'll leave a print there for a little while. I think you'll be fine. You know, you'll wake up in the morning, it'll be fine. It won't say Spalding or anything there, but
Spalding.
I don't know if that's the ball. I don't know who makes the ball. I was just guessing.
Stitches and 108 stitches and Spalding. That's I get you.
That big W from a Wilson, maybe. I don't know who makes the soccer balls. I couldn't say.
It's Miter.
Is that who it is?
Oh, it is.
You tell me. Yeah, you're the soccer ball expert around here.
Out of the two of us, yes.
Out of the two of us, I defer to you always on the soccer balls, Jim.
Yep. Oh.
That's, again, pressure being put on.
Good job by the defense there. And like you said, I can't see numbers. I believe that was Elvine.
Yeah, Elvine, I think, who's been in on that side. Trying to clear it and get it ahead here as Larson was up front. And the bright yellow cleats of it looks like, it's not Anda. I'm trying to get that number of who that might be. That might be Rotundo. Shot over the top. That's going to go through the uprights and out.
Mel had the chance right there. She had the shot open. She pulled it back and ended up having to pass it because the defense closed quickly.
4-0 as we get into the last 20 minutes of this one. A lot of room there, but a good job of getting back and pushing off, as I think that was Larson retreating for Anoka. And Reichel will throw it in.
Reichel, there's a nice shot.
That's wide again. Tell you what, hats off to our youth ball girls here tonight. They are everywhere.
They've done a great job. Honestly, they've been on it right from the
They're
start.
keeping the game moving. We are not waiting on balls. I'll tell you that.
In both games, the youth players have been all over it.
That's how we can keep these games moving. So you always got to shout them out when you get the chance. You feel like a lot of these players start there, right? They're the ball girls for a varsity game, and
then they think about, God, I could be on there.
And then that could be me scoring those goals. Good chance to break through in the box and a shot. And that time Machulis will cover up. That's the first really good look for either side in this second half.
Yeah, defensively both teams have done much better on this. You know, I don't necessarily know the urgency is there that was there in the first half by the Rebels.
But they don't need to. They might be jumping into the shell here a little bit in the latter stages of this game, just trying to get to the finish line, as we like to say. Rebels trying to get that all-important first victory. And obviously it's been their offensive output of the season. Been one of their best nights. Certainly something you can go home happy about.
Yeah. Yep.
Now it's all about just finishing it off, staying healthy. Trying to center it up. Again, the defense has been there for Anoka in this second half. Has not really that was a good ball indeed. It has not translated to opportunities yet, but they are playing a lot better defensively. Look at how quickly, though, Champlin Park was able to reverse the field on that.
Yeah, they did a great job of switching fields from far side to near side. Now they'll move back. Have a chance to set up.
Are utilizing Kringle a little bit more in this second half as far as just setting up things, being content to kick it backwards.
She's probably stiff.
Yeah.
Oh, good ball.
That is a really good pass right there. If they could just get it on the foot. Not quite for Megan Collins. Collins had it and then just couldn't control it. Tornadoes trying to get it out of the zone. Working towards midfield in the circle. Not out. Rebels send it right back in. And there's another one. They keep it on sides. Collins, a shot and a score! Collins couldn't control the first one, but had no problems that time.
Well, that was impressive. Collins just lasered that one. That was an excellent shot. Great pass. She was wide open. Gets her first goal of the year.
5-0 with 15:57 to go. And that might get us into running time mode. It does. 5 goals. It's now running time. As Collins sends, that's just beautiful.
Yeah,
that had a little bend to it.
On the near side and just puts it past.
There's not a lot there.
Yeah, she's not even really celebrating. That's her first goal.
Yeah, it's okay, Megan. Get excited. It's fine.
Not even a smile.
All business.
Well, it was a great shot. She should be proud.
No kidding. I mean, there wasn't, you're right, not a lot of room to work for there, and just had to be a perfect shot, and it was. Better execution, as they say, and that's exactly what's happened here for the Rebels tonight. Just they have not missed those scoring opportunities. They just haven't. Oh, here comes Collins again. Collins wants another. Gets a nice move. A shot with the right foot. And there's 2. See, that's why she's happier now. She needed to get a second one. And Lucy Machulis maybe trying to rally her troops for the Tornadoes, and now Megan Collins does smile.
Yes. Well, I'm sure this has been a lot of relief for the for an offense that really has struggled all year. To have an output like this is excellent. Collins just cuts it back, goes right to her right foot, and puts it upper 90. I mean, it was a beautiful shot. Again, Chulis can't do anything about that.
No, you just can't. And I think
no defensive pressure. Yep.
What I like to see in these things is just how teams stay together in these moments and how they kind of rally around each other.
Yep.
You're really seeing that from Champlin Park tonight.
Yeah.
Every goal is a team celebration.
Yep.
There's a lot of joy on the bench.
Yes.
And in these kinds of seasons when things are going tough, you want to see, like, who's still having fun in this process and how tight are they? And I'm seeing tonight at least a very tight Rebels team that has shared the struggle together and is now enjoying this together.
Well, you and I both talked about this at the beginning. Hey, listen, you're late in the season. You want to gain some momentum going into the sectional playoffs. Rebels, I think, are taking their first step.
I mean, and you certainly look at starting with the catalyst, Olivia Mell. And she is that catalyst for the Champlin Park Rebels. But what you're seeing is that it's starting to spill now to other players. And other players are saying, like, oh, I can do this. And I have confidence. And they're going in from every direction, and there's contributing coming from everywhere.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Mel gets one goal, but, boy, you've got 4 other people that scored tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, that's – yeah, you feel great about that.
As a team that was having trouble scoring, and now you're seeing, well, we got lots of people with the ability to score, and that's coming through tonight.
Yeah, it'll be interesting as they get into their sectional playoffs. You've got right now they were actually the absolute bottom. So 1, 2, they were 8th out of 8 in Section 5. You know what? I don't know if I want to play them.
If they play like this, no, certainly not.
If you're a high seed, I think you can be, you sometimes you take some of these teams for granted. I don't think you want to take it.
And sometimes when you see 2 teams that are struggling, you don't see, it's usually a game of 2 teams that are going to play hard in battle, but you don't see the clean technique.
Yeah.
I really feel like this has been a really technically sound game tonight from the Rebels.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Well, it's been complete dominance.
Yeah. It's not what you expected at all coming in.
Yep.
And for the Tornadoes, I just think they've been it's the proverbial, been hit in the face with a soccer ball, maybe. I don't know, but it's like they took a punch early, and it's just like they haven't had the answer yet.
Yeah. Well, for Anoka, their schedule doesn't get any easier.
Certainly not.
They are at Maple Grove on Thursday. They've got Rogers and then Andover to end the season here at home. So great time to get out and see some good soccer here at Goodrich. But, boy, I tell you what, they're heading into the tough part of their schedule.
Yeah, this is, as we mentioned at the top, can't say it enough, this is something that, both teams had really circled at the beginning of the year or in the last couple of weeks and said, like, hey, this is one we got to get right. Like, this is a game we want to have. And it's going to come on the side of the Rebels here, it looks like, tonight. And for the Tornadoes, you're kind of back to the drawing board.
Well,
good news is I see Anoka Olsen getting ready to come in.
That's good. The just as far as the Tornado schedule goes, they'll be on Thursday. They'll be at Elk River, at Blaine next week, and Osseo next week, and then finish up on the 2nd home against Coon Rapids. So they've got some winnable games coming up.
10:40 and running to go in a 6-0 game. We are on running time. Clocker comes off, Anoka Olsen back in, and that's great. That's great to see. It looked like a shot to the ankle in the first half. We haven't seen her in this whole second half, but definitely got retaped, and she seems like she's moving fine, so that's a great sign.
Well, I'm sure the hockey team is happy about that. She's the goalie from who's just been outstanding the last couple of years.
Yeah.
At goalie high is what it's been for the girls girls team here.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach Sivak, watching at home, because he's a huge watcher of the program. I'm sure was drinking Maalox through a twisty straw there for a couple of minutes.
Well, I tell you what, he's done a great job with that girls team. 11 wins last year. It's pretty good that I can roll that off my tongue.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
And that's the thing with you can say about him, and obviously Coach Macho's on the hockey side, is that they believe they're going to get better in our hockey programs. I think by just having guys that love the school, love the program.
Yep.
Going to try to instill that passion into those players, and I think you're seeing it's working.
What a great job by the Champlin Park Rebels to get out of that with pressure on.
Yeah, send it ahead here. And that's been the answer the entire night for the Rebels. Whenever Anoka wants to try to mount an offense, it's just like they make two passes, and all of a sudden we're going the other direction.
Yep.
Back to Kringle again, as Kringle with a little touch pass, and they'll send it out of the zone again quickly. Rebels going to look to lift it over to midfield, and they do. They're just kind of hugging the far side of the field. Now send it in. Nobody home on the center. They're just content to let Anoka get a reset. And McKay will take it. McKay feeds. Little collision right there as that's sent down. I think that was, take that back, yeah, it was Samantha Davis. Now Davis has it again. Davis goes backward. And again, Tornadoes trying to show some patience here. Now a lift in, could be a good chance. Krengle's got to come out a header for the Tornadoes, and they get one. Nice job by the Anoka Tornadoes as they finally are able to lift one into the zone. And they get a much-needed goal to not be shut out here tonight. I want to say that was that Dishinger who got that one?
I think that was Dishinger, yep.
We'll see about the blue cleats. That looks like Paige Dishinger got it. And I'd like to see, it'd be kind of cool to see that one again. Let's see as they lift this over the top. Just one bounce, and it's perfect.
Great job. Excellent job by Dishinger. No extra movement, just get it across. So.
And that's what we've been waiting for all night. They haven't been able to put pressure on Kringle. This time they do, and they get a goal.
Yep. So, hey, good way to get a little mojo going here close to the end of the game.
6-1, so we're still in running time, and we're under 7 minutes to go. But Paige Dischinger breaks the shutout, gets the Tornadoes on the board.
Well, you do see right now just energy on the Tornadoes from that one goal.
Yeah, definitely a pretty one from Paige Dischinger. And again, just look what happens when you can be patient and you pop one into the zone. You get a chance.
Yeah, yep, you're right.
It had been stifled up to this point, and they get one through. Good job by Dischinger and the Tornadoes. 6-1 Champlin. 6 minutes we come up on. Yeah, it's hard to believe the fall season moving into section mode here very soon. Happens quickly. Another chance for the Rebels. Good centering pass and a shot and a goal! That time it's number 16, Sam Harbaugh.
Boy, I tell you what, we didn't think there was going to be much scoring tonight.
We were trying to figure out how we were going to fill 80 minutes.
Well, Harbaugh gets it right onto her right, and she puts it right in. Nice job by the Rebels, a sophomore.
And again, just a lot of happiness from that Champlin Park side. And that's a beautiful pass to Harbaugh. What a great feed, and it landed right on the foot. Picture perfect. Fantastic job by Champlin Park.
Yeah, and I think that was Megan Collins with the assist. That's her second assist of the season.
So she gets 2 goals and an assist tonight, and she's maybe got 1.5 smiles towards all of that.
Well, excellent job. Great, sometimes when you unloosen the lid, it, just things just pour in, and that's what the goals have been like for the Rebels tonight.
Yeah, just like a streaky putter. It doesn't happen to me ever. I miss all of them. But
well, mine's streaky. It's just streaky bad.
Well, they always say, though, that is the thing, right? It's like a hot shooter. If a basketball player gets rolling, the hoop gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and you shoot from anywhere.
Yep.
And that's what's happened tonight for Champlin Park.
Yep, absolutely.
I mean, the net's already a big target, but, it's the size of the end zone right now.
Yes.
Olsen cuts this off, sends it ahead for the Tornadoes as we come up on 4 to go. 7-1. Did not see 7-1 coming. Another nice through ball there as Mel will chase this down. Mel works the near side. Tries to make one move, now makes another move. Now a couple of moves to work it back out of the box. Trying to recenter it, but it gets sent ahead. Not out, though. Blanchette not able to quite corral it, and the Tornadoes will try to clear it out of the zone, and they will. Another reset here. Rebels at their own 30 kick it back in, and again, another through ball down towards, this time it looks like it was Krebsbach. Krebsbach looks for that little bender, but that's going to go wide, and it'll be a goal kick coming up.
Well, last 16 games for these two have the combined goals for these two teams is 7. So we've got 8 in this one game, so pretty impressive.
And it makes the, I'm sure the late night fast food run going to taste really good for the Rebs tonight.
Yeah.
And for the Tornadoes, it might just be a early ramen cup and a bedtime here.
So true.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Ramen's good.
Ramen is good, but that you don't go out for that.
No.
You go home to that.
Yep.
Call it a day. Draw a line through it. It's the senior sunrise tomorrow morning, so hopefully those seniors will be out there watching the sunrise at Anoka High School tomorrow morning. It's become kind of an annual tradition over at Anoka.
What is a senior sunrise?
The seniors will show up early to the kind of the front lawn of Anoka High School, and they gather together and they watch the sun come up as kind of a moment of reflection as a senior class.
Well, that's pretty cool.
And every year now, it's been, I think this is year 5 or 6, and every year it seems to be getting bigger and bigger.
They do it just on
Homecoming Wednesday.
Really?
They've kind of turned that into an annual tradition. And, I want to say that they had, a couple hundred seniors out there last year, almost 300 seniors on that front lawn of the school.
That's outstanding.
Yeah, it's become kind of a cool photo op for the kids, and it's been a cool thing for the school for sure.
It's going to be cloudy tomorrow?
Sounds good. The weather looks fantastic, actually, for
good.
it. And we've been kind of lucky to have great weather there for that the last handful of years. So it's an early morning for those seniors in the senior sunrise.
Peach now with it. Now good. Have a chance. A little centering pass. That one goes off. Ping pongs off a couple of Anoka players and goes out. Be a corner kick.
We didn't have cool things like that, Jim, back in our day.
We had a bus that was carried with 2 horses in front of it.
That's really what it was. If you were lucky to get there before the sun came up at school.
Yeah,
Are you kidding me? You couldn't plan ahead and go early.
We had to walk. We left before the sun came up.
Yeah, exactly. You got a sunrise every day. It didn't matter if it was senior, freshman, junior. You got it every day. Yeah. Corner kick for the Rebs as we're in the last minute. Chance in front. Oh, can we get another look? Ooh, that just went off the post and right in to the hands of Machulis. And a little smile from Lucy. It's been a tough night for her, but it really isn't. I mean, I don't know what she could have done on well over half of these. They've been a lot of clean looks at her tonight.
I can't think of one that she should have saved. It was difficult. So, Tim, I think you're doing the Pumpkin Bowl here.
I am, yeah. Looking forward to that.
That is one of the best traditions I've ever been a part of in high school sports, and it is such a wonderful environment. I hope you really enjoy it.
Yeah, the Wyzetta Trojans come to town for that one. Should be a fun one indeed when we get to that. That's going to be the end of this one tonight. Champlin Park gets a big win, and you can see a very excited bench of Champlin Park Rebels. Maybe a sigh of relief as well, as they're able to have the big night they've been looking for. They put 7 on the board and beat the Tornadoes 7-1. Jim, always fun to see that for a team to get a win like this. That kind of excitement right there, you can't beat it.
Yeah, and you mentioned joy, and you could see that immediately from that first goal that they scored. There was a lot of joy on that bench. Congratulations to the Rebels, and the Tornadoes. They've got a tough schedule ahead of them, but nothing that they won't have a chance to make a deep run in the
see if they can right the ship here and maybe do what Champlin Park did tonight to somebody else. We'll have to wait and see. Good job by you tonight, Jim. Hey, thanks to our crew. Malik did a nice job in the truck tonight. Our entire QCTV crew that got here early and did a nice job on this doubleheader this evening. Thank you for all of your hard work. On behalf of everybody here at QCTV, my good pal Jim Childs, Tim Anderson, saying keep your head up, and we'll see you